All but this is lost, worthless refuse to me. For to claim the Lord is to claim all I need. Only this I want, but to know the Lord and to bear his cross, so to wear the crown he wore.
Welcome to your cathedral. I'm Father Greg Sakowicz. A blessed, happy July 4th weekend to all of you. Truly, God bless you. Thank yous to Mark Teresi, David Jonas once again for fabulous music. I hear great comments about your music, David and Mark, so thank you very much. Keep it up. And thank you also to Father Mark, producer Smolka, who's very humble about being thanked, but he does such a great job, and a lot of people tell me about the great work he does with his video production. So thanks for watching, and Mark, dziękuję. There's a story of a grandfather who told his grandchildren, if you fall off the bike, you have to get right back up and back on. And when Grandpa fell off the bike, sure enough, he got right back on. When he fell off the bike again, Grandpa got right back up. He fell off the bike again, he got right back up. It's happening again and again. But Grandma overheard the conversation and remarked, you also have to pedal, you old fool. Consider these three well-known people who never stopped pedaling, who never gave up. Very highly motivated. Bishop Fulton Sheen, the great preacher, was once told by a college debate coach, you're absolutely the worst speaker I ever heard. Ernest Hemingway, the tremendous novelist, was told by a teacher, forget about writing. You don't have enough talent to do it. And Richard Hooker, the author of MASH, had his book rejected by 6 publishers before it was finally accepted and became a runaway bestseller. Unbelievable scenarios. Now I have good news for all of you. Most of us are motivated, self-starters, good peddlers. I also have bad news for us. Motivation is not enough for the spiritual life. Listen again as St. Paul speaks to the Corinthians in this 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time weekend. Paul says, therefore, I am content with weakness, with mistreatment, with distress, with persecutions and difficulties for the sake of Jesus Christ. For when I am powerless, it is then that I am strong. For when I am powerless, it is then that I am strong. Paul means that when he is weak, it's then that he turns and trusts to God completely for help. It is then that he opens himself up to God and allows the power of God to strengthen and work through him. To put it another way, Paul is saying that had he never experienced weakness, he never would have reached out for help. He would never have discovered the greatest source of power that a person can discover, God. Paul was highly motivated. Make no question about this. But again, motivation is not enough for the spiritual life. We need to let the power and presence of God to touch and work through our lives, through our weaknesses, through our grief and pain, to work beyond our motivation. But please listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. When we truly accept our limits, the opportunity for personal growth and development is almost limitless. I'll say it again. When we truly accept our limits, the opportunity for personal growth and development is almost limitless, because we totally can turn and trust in God as our source, our hope, our sustainer, and our destiny. Too many times we look for success instead of wonder. Too many times we focus on completing our lists or tasks and forgetting about wonder. Wonder means turning to God and learning to prioritize in life and seeing God in all of life, relationships, and oneself, despite our many weaknesses. Sometimes we get so caught up with our own agendas and success that we totally lose perspective. We sometimes worry ourselves to death. We worry too much and totally lose perspective. And I heard about this lawyer who had this very same problem, and then he did something that only made the situation worse. He sent his first daughter off to college. He said he instantly lost perspective. During her first semester of studies, Dad was driving his daughter and himself crazy about her grades, about her friends, about are you drinking, about are you doing drugs, just driving her and himself crazy. But then he received a letter from his daughter during the second semester that helped him gain perspective. The daughter wrote this to her father: "Dear Dad, I have never been as happy as I am right now at this point in my life. You would love Jack. He's a wonderful man, and our first 3 months of marriage have been incredibly happy. More good news, Dad. The drug rehab program that we're both in has just informed us that the twins that are about to be born in 2 months will not be addicted at birth." And turning the letter over with fear of reading on, the dad was horrified. The letter continued: "Dad, there is no Jack. I'm not expecting, and we're not married. And I've never done any drinking or drugs. But I did receive an F in chemistry. So keep things in perspective." Great letter from daughter to father. We do not see things as they are. We see things as we are. Many times we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. Accept your limits. Put life in perspective. Turn weaknesses over to the Lord, to trust in God for His grace and strength. As St. Paul so beautifully says about the Lord's presence and power in his life, "My grace is enough for you, for in weakness power reaches perfection." My grace is enough for you, for in weakness power reaches perfection. When trials come our way, and they will, when crises come our way, and they will, when hardships threaten to destroy us, and they can, we should not lose heart. Rather, we should take heart. Seek not to change others, but rather oneself. May God bless all of you as we continue summer, especially this July 4th holiday weekend. God bless you. May the White Sox and Cubs keep winning or try to win.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God spread His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to